Democratic National Alliance leader Branville McCartney calling comments made earlier this week by the Minister of National Security that some appear to be gleeful about the new murder record insensitive and demanding that the minister, who he called out of touch, resign immediately. On Wednesday, Dr. Bernard Nottage said in an NB12 interview that he was surprised at the glee that some elements have expressed over the fact that there has been an increase in the number of murders beyond the record. McCartney, whose party released a video on the new murder record and crime the day following the new record, said he took the comments to be directed toward him and added that he's the last person who would be gleeful about murders.
I think the Minister of National Security needs to resign ASAP. When he speaks about persons being gleeful, well, I was one of those persons, being the head of this political party, that came out and spoke about the crime problem and spoke about the ways in which we can fix this crime problem. Certainly, we in the DNA, and more particularly, I was not gleeful. I'm one of the last persons to be gleeful about murders in this country in light of my brother's murder just 2 years ago. My heart aches for persons who are families that are going through this travesty, and for the victim.
McCartney said the PLP can't throw about murder figures prior to an election and then get offended when a record is set after it comes to office. He's referring to those infamous billboards the PLP erected on heavily trafficked roads leading up to the 2012 general election. Nottage had also said the number of murders being referred to as a record is unthinkable.
Now, this particular minister is saying we should not be using the word, and as a matter of fact, he lambasted the media and said that y'all are using this as well and saying it's a record and we should not be using the word record. Well, it is a record, but it's something that they use as well.
McCartney said he was also taken aback by Tourism Minister Obi Wilchum's suggestion that citizens start marching to show their dissatisfaction with crime, and that luckily it wasn't affecting the tourism product.
I was very concerned as well to hear another minister in the government talk about the fact that we need to start marching. Well, we could march all day and all night, but if the government is not willing to have the political will to deal with the crime problem, nothing is going to happen. The only marching this government ought to be concerned about is them marching themselves out of the House of Assembly and out of running this country anymore. The minister also alluded to the fact that the crime rate is not affecting us internationally. This is Minister of Tourism. Well, he must have not heard about the reports issued by the United States on about three occasions for this year, Britain and Canada.
The DNA leader said Bahamians are paralyzed by fear, and it's the government's job to ensure Bahamians are safe. Prime Minister Perry Christie vowed on Friday that government will do more to lower the crime rate, considering policies that may impact freedom of movement.